Ancient Treasure is the second segment of the third episode of the second season of Rugrats. And the episode is okay. I liked the concept. It wasn't as good as it could have been, but it wasn't too bad. Charlotte goes over to Didi's and she's got Angelica's baby bag, her diaper bag. And suddenly the babies realise that Angelica must have been a baby like they were. It had never occurred to them before. So they start rummaging in this bag. And as they rummage, they go into their imagination, and we have the imaginative play scenes that's very much Indiana Jones. And honestly, it's kind of cleverly written. I was going to say I didn't love the look of it. With what they were going for, it was very well done. But for me personally, as I've mentioned before, I prefer it when they're brightly coloured and visually very engaging. So the design worked well for what they were trying to achieve. But for me personally, I didn't love it. But it was very well written and very well done. And there were, things about crusted milk and tooth marks in things and all these little things that would have been references to Angelica's life as a baby. And of course, Angelica is worried about the babies finding something in that bag that she doesn't want to find. And this is partly spurred on by Begley, who is in this episode. I love Begley, and he keeps going on and on in this episode about Juniper, which was the doll he had before Cynthia, and it's the only doll he's ever unboxed. And he has very fond memories of the toy, and I think that's really telling about the fact that toys are meant to be loved and played with, not kept pristine in boxes. Obviously, if you're an adult collecting them, it's different. But for children, they should really be able to play with them. And it's an okay concept. I wish we'd had more about Angelica's life as a baby. Got to see some of that in detail. That could have been really fun and a nice contrast between her and the babies. But other than that, it was okay. I can't really fault it. It just wasn't one that I absolutely loved. I think it could have been more fun. It could have been more creative. The imagination aspect was well done. They'd set out to achieve a certain thing, and I think they did a really good job with it. It didn't appeal to me personally. But as I said, very well written, quite clever in that regard. So it's not a bad episode, but it's certainly not a personal favourite.